Hi, I'm Becky.
And I'm Beth.
And we're the Makeup Twins. Today, we're gonna do two separate eye looks for you. I'm doing one, she's doing one. And I get to use the coveted Palette 5. Look at these colors. I'm so excited. And I wanna show you, let me hold it up for just another second because they're so beautiful. They take a second to
They're so
really
pretty.
get in. Yeah. I swatched them on the back of my hand so you could kind of see
Super metallic
how beautiful
and
they
reflective and so pretty. That's so way out of the box.
are. Yes.
I would never pick this up for myself.
And
but so pretty.
if you didn't notice, we look a little funny. Both of us have one eye done and one eye not done. So I'm gonna show you what I did for my makeup look using this palette, and this isn't as scary as maybe it looks at first glance. I know some people would be like, I don't use those colors, but they're
So
beautiful.
pretty.
Now, like,
So
this is
pretty.
all I want in my life.
Yeah.
So I called my eye the unicorn eye because unicorns are in.
I'm doing a totally kind of a classic eye. I'm using palette 4, which is all cool tones, and it has cool toned blues on this side and cool toned browns on this side, kind of neutral browns. Some super shimmery ones, that one in the middle is really shimmery, and then some matte ones. This navy matte is so pretty. So I'm kind of staying mainly on the blue side of things to get this look, which I's done, this one's done, yes, to get this look on this side. All right, let's get started, okay?
So let's get started.
Okay, you start first and then I'll go after you, okay?
Sure. Okay, so I've primed my eyelid. My eyebrow's done, by the way. But I've primed my eyelid with just a little layer of foundation and powder. That's the best primer to
I've done
use.
the same on mine.
Yes. So I'm gonna start with actually the darkest color in the palette called Fearless. It's this dark, beautiful purple. And I'm gonna cover just my eyelid, like I'm even gonna start a little bit below my crease, about mid-lid down, and I'm gonna go all the way, almost to my tear duct, all the way to the outside. That's what I'm gonna be doing while Beth explains what she's doing.
Step 1. All right, my step 1 is I am starting with the second neutral brown. It's called Arrogant, and it's kind of a lighter brown color, I guess. I'm so bad at describing colors, but kind of a lighter brown, and it's perfect to, I always like to, and if you've watched any of my eyeshadow tutorials, I always start with a neutral kind of base on my crease. It just kind of creates a good foundation for almost anything you put on top of it. Just kind of a, you know, a good first step for a classic eye look like I'm doing today.
This palette is so, I can't even tell you how pretty this is in person. When you put this Fearless on, it's like, it almost has like a pink, I don't know if that's coming across in the camera at all, but it almost has like a pink.
They're transforming.
Yeah, they're like metallic, transforming.
It's like one of those cars you see with the really cool paint job.
Yeah, what is that called?
That transforms colors, like when it hits the light different ways.
Oh,
so cool.
When you twist your head, it's like a pink glow wherever the light hits on the purple. So pretty. Okay, so I start out with purple. As you saw, I just took one of our big fluffy brushes and just kind of gently patted it and swiped just a little bit all over the lid right here. I didn't go all the way into my tear duct. I'm leaving that bare for a reason. But I went all the way out to the outside of the eye, and just, if you see spots that need a little bit darker, just tap it back in there. And be careful with our eyeshadows. They're very pigmented, but they will last you forever because they have so much color payoff.
Right, they do. Even the matte shades.
Right. Okay, so next I'm gonna take that same style brush, except I have a clean one here, and I'm gonna go in with this shade called Victorious. It's like the magenta, almost pinkish purple shade. It's so pretty. And
All I've been doing this whole time while she's talking is blending this crease color out. Just blending all of those lines, just really working in my crease, and right on that outer corner of my eye. That's all I've been doing. And I like to take my time on that first layer so it's the most blended and the most, you know, the softest lines. You want to see, I like to see the definition in the actual colors I do, but on the base I like to be as blended as possible. So I'm really taking my time blending that out to achieve the, you know, the look I'm going for.
Okay, so I went in with Victorious was my next shade up, and really I just followed the line that I already created with the dark purple and gently swiped back and forth, kind of a windshield wiper motion, and I didn't touch the purple color really at all. I just went right above it and created another line. That was a pretty thin line. I didn't go up too far. So be sparing, less is more.
Yes, when it comes to those colors, they're so pretty though. I just love them. But I'm thankful Becky is here because I was a little scared to do that one, honestly.
I'm not. That's why I wore mine. Little sweater I had to match this palette because I was so excited about it. Okay, so can I go next? Are you good?
I have to talk about what I'm doing.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm building my crease color with the darkest navy color, which is called, it's a matte navy, and it's called Triumphant. I'm using the angled shadow brush, and I'm just going in my crease with that shadow brush and really creating a defined V at the outer corner of my eye.
Beth is so good at doing those V's at the corner.
Really, practice makes perfect, but thank you.
The shape of it's perfect. All right, so next I'm going in with we have a liner shadow duo brush. These duo brushes are so fabulous if you are just starting out or don't have very many makeup brushes, because you can get 2 in 1. We have one like this. It's a deluxe brush on one side and a very thin angled brush on the other, which is perfect for eyeliner or tiny detailing.
You could even use that for your brows.
Oh yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah, I do.
I'm not lying when I tell you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not lying when I tell you. I use this every single time I do my makeup. This is one of the best brushes ever. Also, we have our angled sponge brush. So there's a sponge on one end and the angled brush on the other end. So perfect. And I'm gonna show you one more brush that we have. Heavenly Line and Buff, it's called. So this side is totally flat and fluffy for eyeshadow, and this side is like a tapered, little bit of a round oval brush. I also use this every single day. These are so fabulous to get. I love these brushes.
All right, so next I'm going in with the second blue down. Is called Cheerful. It's kind of a deep royal blue is what they call it. It's also matte, and I'm kind of using that right on the center of my lid, sort of to create an ombre effect. So I'm going darker on the outside with Triumphant, Cheerful in the middle, and then I'll hit the inside with the next color.
Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with Sarcastic. It's this third color in right here, and I'm gonna do exactly what I've done so far. I'm just gonna go above Victorious, and I'm using the end, the shader brush, which really looks just super similar to the deluxe brush. So it's just kind of like a, I would say a regular eyeshadow brush.
Yeah, like an average eyeshadow.
Yeah.
That's good for everything. Well, I've been using this brush for the past like 3 colors. I just keep wiping it off on a paper towel.
Yeah.
And just keep reusing it.
Yeah.
And I'm in the same color family, so it really doesn't matter. Although you can get a lot off. Okay, so next I'm going in with the shimmer, this light shimmery blue, which isn't anything like the 80s blue, like we remember. Some of us remember. It's a really nice, kind of a silvery blue almost, but has beautiful shimmer to it. So I'm going in right on the inner corner of my eye and kind of blending that out towards Cheerful, which I just used on the middle of my eyelid. Just kind of blending those all together. Then I'm taking a clean brush, which I just it's kind of a fluffy angled brush.
That's exactly what I'm doing, except mine's not angled. It's just a fluffy brush.
That's kind of my blending brush. I always just kind of wipe it off and then just blend.
I do the same. I do the same. I have one designated brush.
Yeah.
That's always clean. I never really dip it in color.
Same.
Yeah, always clean, and I just use it to blend just on the outside edge right here. Now with my look that I'm doing, you're not gonna wanna put this down in the color and blend all that. You really wanna kind of see those lines just in the style of eye that I'm doing, my unicorn eye. So just go ahead and blend that last, I use Sarcastic last. This palette actually reminds me of like Galaxy Outer Space too. Unicorn and Galaxy. That's what reminds me.
Can't get any better than that.
I know. So I'm just going to try to show you exactly what I'm doing. I'm just taking this brush and just dipping it lightly, just the very end of it. And I'm tapping off the excess because you don't want fallout everywhere. And I'm just gonna go right in my tear duct very carefully, very sparingly, because this is a beautiful bright color. And I'm using this as my highlight on the inner corner, and I'm gonna just lightly tap again. Actually, I'm gonna put this down and switch to this itty bitty tiny really skinny brush, and I'm gonna go on Brilliant again, same thing, tap it off, and very gently, just because I'm having fun and doing something totally different.
So I finished off my eyeshadow with this shimmer, kind of a light shimmery brown, not brown, like cream I would describe it as. And I used the same brush I've been using for almost this whole eye look. I used this, wiped it off, just went on the inner corner of my eye and right up on my brow just to do the highlighting. And now I'm moving on to eyeliner with Younique's Precision Eyeliner in Perfect, which is the perfect black. So I'm just getting that as close to my lash line as possible, and I like to pull my eye out a little bit. I know that isn't the best for the skin around your eyes, but you know, you gotta get in there somehow. So that's what I'm doing right now.
While she was doing that, I just did that very tiny line up here and made sure my tear duct was covered here, and then I went ahead and went just a little bit under my eye right here on the line and drug that Brilliant just a little bit right there on the corner.
Now I'm gonna take a little tiny, kind of a pointed end brush almost, and I'm gonna smudge my eyeliner on the top and on the bottom. I do this almost every time because
So good.
instead of seeing like you just drew a line, it looks kind of like it's naturally there. It looks like it's part of your eyelid. It looks a lot more, I guess you could say natural, but it's black eyeliner. Yeah, but it works, it blends well together. So I'm just gonna smudge that out. You don't have to be perfect with this, just go for it.
It connects everything. I'm taking my same fluffy blending brush that I use for all the blending, and I'm just gonna really blur out and blend the highlight, that Brilliant shade that was so beautiful. And then here's a little trick for you with this palette, especially because it's so metallic. You can take any brush, any shape, whatever you want to do, and use our rose water toning spritz. Take the end of the brush and just wet with a few sprays, and got a little bit in my mouth.
Don't ever get that stuff in your mouth.
And don't make
It's meant for your skin.
don't put it in your mouth. But if you wet your brush first and then dip in a shadow, now I'm going to go in with Vindictive, this beautiful gold. It will make it stand out even more because it's a little bit damp, and it will just pop on your eye. So I'm going to take this and I'm just concentrating on the ball of my eye right here on my eyelid, and I'm just tapping that right here in a tiny, like, I don't know, maybe a little like oval or circle right here, just till the light will really hit it beautiful.
So I just curled my lashes. I always curl my lashes every time I put on mascara. I usually start at the root and then just kind of bump my curler down to the end so I get a nice swoop. And then I'm going in with our favorite 3D Fiber Lash Mascara.
Yeah, I'm almost there too. I just have to
That's
use
so pretty.
Thank you. I
love
really
it.
like this
I know.
palette. Like, love it.
So cool.
I'm going in with our black eyeliner, and I'm just lining my waterline. And actually, can I use that mirror for a second, just for my waterline?
We all
Pardon
we have
me?
to share mirrors.
Pardon me? We share everything. So I'm just going to, what I do to get my waterline on the top is just gently press on my eyelid. You see how it flipped that up, and you can, the whole waterline is like exposed. Very gently. You're not gonna really take off any eyeshadow if you just do it very softly and just line your waterline if you want to do this. This is obviously totally optional, but if you're used to doing this, go for it.
That trick is really good for if your eyelashes are light in color, if they're not naturally dark.
Yes.
Right, which is both of us. It helps
Yes.
the roots get darker so that when you're applying your mascara, you don't see just mascara on the end and then kind of a light root, which is weird. So
Makes your eyelashes look so much more fuller.
Mhm.
Yes, because it looks black from the very root all the way to the tip.
all right, so transplanting gel, giving it a good coat, and then fibers.
Woo-hoo. Yes, so we all know it comes with 2 tubes, right? 3D Fiber Mascara, the transplanting gel, and then your fibers. So you want to go coat of transplanting gel, which is just like a regular mascara, but fabulous on its own even.
Yeah.
Transplanting gel, fibers, fibers, and you want to layer it up like that, as many or as little as you want. But don't forget to seal your fibers at the end. If you just do one coat, it's a coat of gel, coat of fibers, coat of gel, and you're done. But you can keep going back and forth, but don't forget to seal your fibers really well at the end with your gel.
Right, and take your time with this. It does take some time getting used to how it works for your own eyelashes. Even Becky and I,
Yes,
yeah,
so true.
have had to do kind of tweak different things that work for our different eyelashes or whatever.
Everybody's lashes are different.
Yeah. And when you seal them, you really want to take your time and get that mascara on the entire lash and on the top and seal those in really well. So that you don't have any fallout or.
And when you're starting with the gel, which is, you would kind of put that on like a regular mascara, right? Like you always have. Go ahead and start from the very root of your lash and wiggle all the way up to the end. And you can go ahead and coat the top of your lash and the bottom of your lash both ways, like this.
Oh, I just poked my eye.
Don't poke your eye like that did. That is not.
I hate when I do that because then my eye starts watering.
I know, right? So once you get your lashes, just keep wiggling and keep working with them till they look just how you want
Kind of
them.
another tip I just picked up from someone just the other day. Just some random girl that came across my social media. She was really using the end of her wand too. As long as you wipe that wand off on the end, she was really using the end of her wand to get those little lashes in there. Man, it makes a difference.
Okay, and then when you go in with fibers, did you already do this?
No, good.
Okay, so you're gonna wanna open your fibers, and it's like a cotton-like end. You wanna just roll it and kind of press it on the back of your hand like this, so that the fibers just aren't flying everywhere. You know, you just want them on your lashes.
That still keeps them on the wand.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when your transplanting gel's wet, still wet, just hit the very tips of your lashes. Do not put your fibers down at the root of your like regular mascara. You don't want your fibers down at the root, you want them at the tip.
If you go down too far, too close to your eye, you'll just get fibers in your eye, which is not
Yes.
fun. Especially if you wear contacts, or if you don't wear contacts, it's still really uncomfortable.
Yeah, either way.
So yeah, just barely touch the ends of those, and then
That's what's gonna create that thick, full eyelash
Yeah.
look. And I don't put my fibers on the bottom lashes, do
no,
you?
neither do I.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know, you can, if it works for you,
Yeah.
go for it, but I think that would be very tricky, so.
For my eye shape, my lower lashes are too close to my under eye area, and it would fall out too easily, I think. But
So I'm going back in with a layer of transplanting gel again, fibers gel, and I just went ahead and coated it. Again, go ahead and back in with this like regular mascara, coat it again, and I went ahead and went on the top of my lashes too, like this, just kind of back and forth, back and
Right.
forth. And then I'm gonna dunk it again, and I kind of swirl off the edge there so there's not a bunch of mascara sticking off there. And I'm gonna go in on my bottom lashes.
just give them a little wiggle. I just did the exact same thing. Just give a little wiggle on the bottom, because you want to be able to see your bottom lashes, especially with Va-Va-Voom upper lashes.
Yeah.
But that mascara, that gel, is really good just on its own. It really
I know,
is.
it's
But
beautiful.
I mean, they come together, so who's not going to use the fibers? Like, that's
Yeah.
the best.
That's the miracle worker. And I went all the way in on all my bottom lashes for this particular eye look. Sometimes I don't do that. Sometimes I just do the outer corner, but I'm gonna coat them all. And
It's crazy the difference. Like, before, when we only had one eye done, I feel like you can't even see my other eye. And now it's
I
like,
remember if we did 2 coats of mascara on this
it
eye.
looks like just one to me.
I think I did just one because they matched.
I did just one too, because one is great. One will
Yeah.
do the trick, that's for sure. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And she has unicorn eyes. I have a classic eye. We will take close-up photos and
Yes.
add them to the end of this video for you to see kind of a closer-up look.
Into our page probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.